met through Scott, right?
Yeah.
We were talking with Scott about doing, Scott Blair, the owner of Monkey Paw Hamilton's, we were talking about doing a tap takeover there. And he was like, why don't we do a special beer with Monkey Paw for the tap takeover? And I was like, that's a great idea. We haven't really done any collaborations besides with our conjoined twin, Amplified. So it's good to get outside of Miramar and kind of expand our horizons.
My favorite question when I do collaborations is to ask if someone has something they want to do that they haven't had an opportunity to do without an excuse like a collaboration. Whether it's something they've seen or been researching or whatever it may be. And we pretty quickly determined that we didn't want to do just a straightforward IPA or stout or something like that we knew might have a little bit more sellability at the beginning, but was also plenty of them out there and stuff that we already do on our own. So this was a style that he's been looking to brew and has done some pilot batches on, but never this size, so just gonna let him take the lead.
I had this concept of doing a San Diego bitter. So bitter is a traditional like English pale ale. It's very low alcohol. You can kind of see the color of it behind us. That's what the color beer is going to be. It's kind of a copperish color. Has more of a malt character than like an American pale would have. English beer is incredibly unpopular right now, but it's very dear to my heart because that's what got me into craft beer. So I will never probably make an amber ale or a pale ale, like an English pale ale here, but if you dry hop it like a San Diego IPA, then why not, right? So that was the concept, making this very traditional beer, but then putting a twist on it and the San Diego kiss on it, you know?
I was intrigued by this idea because I love San Diego style pale ales, IPAs, if you really need to put the I in there. But really coming back to having a beer that I could have more than 2 or 3 of in a day, have that session style of beer, if you just try to bring the alcohol down on those beers, it gets really thin and kind of lacks some character. So this beer, the malt brings back the character, let Winslow kind of take the lead on the malts and that side of thing with the English concept. And then we talked about which period of hops in San Diego we wanted to kind of express. And there's, arguably been about 3 generations of hop profiles in the last decade or so in San Diego. And so we kind of settled on that middle profile where it wasn't the super old school where you're just on Chinook and Centennial, but we're not using Mosaic or Jarilo or some of the newer age hops. Yeah. So we'll sit in the middle there and use a blend of some classic C's with some Simcoe, Citra, Amarillo-ish generation and see where it goes.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink! One of the night! On a scrapping thing! Son of a bitch! If I can't get clean, I'm gonna drink my life away.
It's really interesting that you have, it's like Ballast Point is right there, and that's a completely different size thing that we're talking about than this little batch of beer right here. This is a homebrew batch compared to like what they're doing. So it's interesting to have us all in the same, environment, all sharing it together. But it's good because it's not a competition at all. It's all very, helpful to each other. Everyone's looking out for each other.
Yeah, it's definitely collaborative. I mean, these are the obvious collaborations, and these are fun days. We get to sit around, drink, come up with something new, do something different, have that excuse. But the real collaboration comes on the day-to-day. I can email any brewer in town when I have a problem, or if they have a new technique or a new flavor in their beer, get yeast, get recommendations on ingredients, the whole thing. So it's not just collaborations, it's a true collaborative community. And I think that's what's elevated San Diego to the level and to the respect that we have worldwide in what we make. And it's probably the reason that we're sustaining as many breweries as we are right now. So Wednesday, June 15th is Drink About in South Park, North Park. So there's the bus that goes around to all the bars. That'll be the release evening at Hamilton's. And then that Friday, they'll have a Pure Project tap takeover night. And we'll also have 2 versions of this beer on cask Friday the 19th at Hamilton's. 17th, sorry, Friday the 17th.
And then will the beer also be available here?
Yes, it'll be on tap here.
And when will it be on
Maybe
tap?
somebody Monkey Paw?
Yeah. And do we have a name for the beer yet?
Not yet. Super secret.
Come back in an hour. We need about 3 more of these, and ideas will start popping up.
Son of a bitch!